Hey, Sheldon.
Can you see me okay?
I cannot see you.
Is it, do you see is it the audio, not audio, but the visual on?
No, I can hear you, but I can't see you. Your camera
Where is
isn't
the
on.
audio? I'm gonna have to, maybe I have to click on something. Let me see. Okay, so where is it now? It's still new at this.
Are you on your phone or your laptop?
My desktop.
Does
I'm
it have
looking for a button to put the visual on. Where is that?
in
Where
the
is that
bottom left?
button?
Is there a
On the
button that
left,
says video?
on the left, on the bottom. Let me
On the
see.
bottom left, there should be.
Okay, let me see. Okay, the share screen, yeah?
No, so there should be a button that says start video.
Or not share screen?
No, no, no.
Oh, no, oh. Where is it? Oh, okay, I see it now. On the bottom left-hand side.
Yeah, perfect. There we go.
There's that.
There we go, Sheldon. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Doing
Good.
okay. Yeah. Oh boy. This is a trip. I mean, not a roller coaster. It's like uh riding a bullet train.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's like zoom.
Mm.
I mean, I can't believe it within 5 weeks. I've accomplished so much. At first, I was kind of like, "Oh, what am I gonna do next? I can't think what to do next." I mean, I did my, my meditation. I wrote my journal. Okay, now what? Start a void the rest of the day, and I don't know how Andrew you can do it. The whole day be scheduled to do every minute, every second of the day. I don't know. So there was a void. So there was like a stagnant for a while. But I think, like you said, if you continue, like now I believe that when you continue meditation and the journal or whatever I have been accountable, and you keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, and slowly something happens. Something happens, and something clicks, and say, "Oh, okay, let me try this, or let me do this," and yeah, maybe I can do it. Then I went to the exercise,
Mm.
and what I was saying in the Facebook when I posted up, and then and then and then you came on and say, "Hey, what's the matter with you? You said you was gonna do it twice and you haven't done it." And I said, so I was taken aback for a while, but not really. Didn't really take it on a negative side. Oh wait,
Sheldon, is it possible to tilt your camera up just a little bit?
okay. Yeah, I have them on this gorilla tape.
Ah,
Yeah, but this, I have to keep on.
yeah.
Yeah, but then it slowly go down with the tape. Yeah, it's like a portable tape attached. I don't have it on my monitor, so I had to buy one. I went to Best Buy, buy one, and attach it to the top of
Got
my
it.
screen.
Well, I'd love to add a little bit of structure. It would be
Okay.
really cool for us to go back to the situation that you were in before you joined Time Theory, some of the experiences you've had during, and then finally we'll have brief conversation, brief answers. We'll talk a little bit more about what the situation's like, so having gone through the program and received some of
Yeah.
the benefits
Yeah.
for it. So, putting
Okay.
yourself back a couple
Yeah.
months ago now, what
Yeah.
was your
Yeah. So what was going on in my life before I came across you? And my life was real. I had no real direction. I was like a ship in the middle of the ocean with no rudder, or and it's like you have a nice Mercedes car and you go in the car. There's no steering wheel. Where do you where do you go? No compass. If you have a ship, you need a compass. You need a direction. I ended up being struggling for years after years after years after years. And so I had this thing in mind. I wanted to do something in the morning during the day. And as soon as I get on it, whatever my task is, I stay about a minute and a half, and I get bored or I get distracted, and they say, "Oh, I give up." So like I said, I have what you call attention like a fly. You know, like how a fly lands on you and it stays there a few seconds, you can't find out what it is, and it flies away. Okay, but then this is my part. I will fly away, and like the fly, he will go on a poo-poo, right? And stay there for a while. So just like, wow, you know, like he's getting, I feel like when I watch TV or I watch political news, it's sort of like an analogy where the fly lands on the poop and I wasting my time on you know, watching all the TV, watching all the political news and all that, and slowly I get involved in it emotionally, and pretty soon I getting upset, and so yeah, so that was my life for 5.5 years. Spend hours and hours. It's sort of like the younger guys would spend the time on games. I was a little different. I was spending my time, what you call on the political news, and we had a lot of, you know, we had a lot of drama was going on with DT, and I got hooked on that. You know, all this fake news and all this drama about he's gonna do this, build a wall. I got sucked into that, and so that was going on in my life before I came across you, and so so I took several courses to on online, and I still couldn't get concentrated. I still couldn't focus. Like a minute and a half, and I get bored. I could not sit down still for longer period. And so getting to the part like when I came across you, I used to listen to a lot about Stoic and I forgot his name was Ryan Holiday, whatever. And then after that, I came across you, and you had a discrepancy about Stoic. I thought, oh wow, what could be a discrepancy? Here's someone come in, and you know, and I wanted to hear what you had to say about what Stoic is to you. And you had mentioned that there are some things that you couldn't agree on. It's like if someone riding a bike and they get a flat tire, and then you know, and Stoic, you know, what you call mind would be like, oh, it shouldn't affect me. So you know, I just go on your daily basis, have your tire fixed and all that. But then you find out, say, hey, what causes that problem? You know, even one step further, and that's how you at the beginning kind of grabbed me, because you say, wow, look at the problem. What is the problem? You know, you cannot just bypass it and just let it go, because maybe there's a way you can control the situation. There's something you were mentioning that there are times we cannot control. But then if you get too hooked up where you cannot control, then you start losing the fact, whoa, you come across a problem, I can't control it. But then if you take it a step further and say, oh, maybe there is a possibility of solving this problem. And so that's how I got into watching you quite a few times on YouTube. I kept watching and watching. And that's how I got started with you. You know?
And the situation you described where you were darting between lots of different things and getting involved in politics for a few years, you said, they're external things, but how is that affecting you internally? How did you view yourself?
The way I view myself, I affected my behavior. Like I would get complaining a lot, and then I didn't notice it. But then my better half said, why are you complaining so much? So the thing is, it was affecting me emotionally. And when as far as feeling depressed, because got into a situation, wow, he has this way of causing problems. But then when you hear the other party, it's like, but we won't be able to solve the problem because he feel like if he could get away with it, you know, you know, I feel like defeated. I feel like, oh, what the sense of him, you know, I just felt he was above the law.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, what the sense, you know? But I kept listening, and the kid was getting more depressed. And then finally, my other half said, I can't handle this anymore. I mean, I have to get out of this house just to cool off, get away from you. I mean, that was like, I took it like a threat, but then I look at it, say, oh wow, maybe there is a problem with me, and I slowly realized that, you know, this is not healthy for me internally, and so that was when I took your course. There was a lot of things like it's going to be a very very hard habit to break because 5.5 years spending hours and hours during the day, I couldn't figure out how I could ever get rid of this habit
Mm-hmm.
because it was overtaking me. You know, I was engulfing it. And then I realized too, when you have this negative feeling, it carries on to other areas in your life
Mm.
because you feel bombarded, you feel burdened, and you since you're not able to shake it off, you actually is carrying it with you. It's
Yeah.
like carrying luggage with you, and it affecting other areas of my life that wherever, like say for instance, like I coming online and want to start a business, I wanted to get a course, but then because of this feeling bombarded, that's why I think that I'm looking at it now. Maybe there's a reason why I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
focus that long because I had this all this negative, and so. But listening to your course is really kind of make me look at myself and seeing how my life can change, you know, by doing the routine stuff. So there were times like I feel like kind of boring. I was like, maybe say for instance, I wanted to write the journal and
Mm-hmm.
nothing comes out. But I kind of like forcing myself. It's like saying, I don't care if I repeatedly write 3 or 4 times in a row, the same thing. But slowly it was breaking through, you know, breaking through, and then slowly I began because I feel like you're not always gonna get that good days like, oh yeah, right, and you can write fluently because you feel inspired, you feel motivated. So oh yeah, have a good day, you write. But there's gonna be some days where shit, nothing coming out, you know, trying to write my journal. But I forces myself because what it was that I feel committed, accountable. Not going to have to hold my hand no matter what. And
Mm-hmm.
so I don't. So I got that issue out of, you know, it's like reframing my mind and say, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm going to keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, because you have brought my attention like the exercise. So I really feel accountable. I feel like, you know, I need to overcome my excuses why not doing it. And slowly, because being the biggest part of your program was being accountable, and so I felt accountable for keeping my word, you know. Because I know you watch it, you come in. I don't notice it, but you come in on Facebook and you watch it or you reading. And thought, oh my God, my God, you know, it's good to have someone over my shoulders to make sure that whatever I say is to hold myself accountable, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And regardless of maybe at that time I didn't have a partner, but you were sort of like my partner. When you came on now, you were sort of like my partner. Not directly, but I knew you were watching the members coming on Facebook, what they have to share or the experience they're going through. And so it made me feel good about the fact that you were watching, you know, sort of like the students. You know, we are in a way as students. Yeah, I'm much older than you, about 5 times older, but I still take you as, you know, you're my teacher. You know, I'm a student, and I need to be um, sort of like I respect you. I have the humility that, yeah, you're much way, way younger than me, but you have something that I don't have. And I'm so proud of you that the young age you are, you way, way ahead of the things that your knowledge and the things that have, you talk about procrastination, and I understood. I never realized what procrastination really is until I heard you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you don't leave anything, don't leave any stone unturned. I think you did a lot of researching about procrastination, 'cause I haven't heard anyone go extensively like you, what the meaning of procrastination. So that one word alone can change my life. That one tool can change my life. That procrastination. But then the procrastination, when you get that away, you have a void now. Now what you're going to fill it in? So now you feel it, you're getting rid of the negative, and you are going to fill it with positive things, whether it's a journal, meditation, cold showers, exercise. Now I get that void. Now I'm filling that void with positivity in my life. So yeah, that's how my life is uh, changing, by taking on this course.
Well, I'm humbled. There's definitely some big praise from you, Sheldon. So I deeply appreciate it. And it's been incredible seeing you in the program. And I remember the day that you joined, we had that phone call with each other. And since then, things have just changed so incredibly much. But
Yeah.
I want to jump back a little bit. You mentioned that you found me through Stoicism. And from there, I'm guessing that you either saw the unlisted video that I promote quite a lot, or you saw something or other to do with the procrastination program. And a lot of people know that they procrastinate, but they don't take the next step to actually do something about it. So what was the thing inside of you that really called you to say enough is enough? I've actually got to change.
Mm. I don't. It's hard to pinpoint one stuff. I think there's many things, but I don't know. You sound sincere. You sound like well, okay, take for instance your videos. It's not a long, some people when they make the videos so long it start get dragging out. It's hard for a person if they just starting in the program to have a long, whether if it's a podcast or whether if it's
Mm-hmm.
a video they're watching. But listening to you, your video or podcast is short but precise. You bring out the certain points, no fluff. That you get right to the point, and your steps are very very simple that anyone can understand or apply it in their life. And so, yeah, I listened to you on YouTube, but when it came to taking your courses, it's a whole different ball game because now you're getting into serious business. With a YouTube, I can relax, watch you. Okay, you're saying this, saying that. Now you say take notes, listen to what you're saying, and that's what I was doing. So what it was slowly my focus became more intense because what you were saying, and it grabbed my attention and said, wow, okay. I don't know. It's your car is so simple, and I took many courses. As you know, at my age, I had a lot of motivation training. I travel a lot to motivation schools, and I did a whole gamut. But then this is something a long lasting. I can see myself not getting off the bullet train.
Mm-hmm.
And not getting off because I'm on a journey. And this journey is taking me places where I never could ever accomplish,
Mm-hmm.
where I felt it was impossible, or I felt like it was too much of a struggle to undertake. But it's surprisingly doing the thing is it's overflowing when you when you take being accountable, taking whatever you're accountable for. Like for me, was instant, as you know, was meditation, journal, cold showers, exercise, all of this. It might mean nothing, or if you say, "Oh, what's anybody can do that," but they don't realize when you took it a step, the small wins can get you to a bigger wins, and that's why. And so that's a, you know, I felt like, and that, so with that thought in mind, it's not like I'm gonna feel overwhelmed because it's not giving me 100 things to do. I'm gonna feel overwhelmed, and then pretty soon I get defeated. It was getting the small steps, and doing the small step had accomplished me a whole lot. It was strange because all my life I took something and never had something come across. Like I give you one good illustration. Like I have a problem with my other half. We get into some big fights, you know, abusive and all that. But then the other day, the other day, we was getting into a fight. I just kept my mouth shut and this stuff, you know, and then she, oh, why can't you, why do you move the car way, I give you a perfect example. Why do you move the car way back and you almost hit the wall? And I kept my mouth shut, and then I didn't say anything because I didn't want to get in an argument. But I wanted to take it one step further. I went upstairs and rethought it, and I think, oh, that really irritated her. I think I kind of put it in a post. So I irritated, okay, so, you know, so I just let it go and say that that's her problem, not mine. But I took the responsibility that I am part of it. And so I said, you know what? I am partly to blame to make her irritated and start yelling and screaming at me. So I went down and moved the car forward. I moved the car forward, but like a couple feet away. And she came home in her car and drove right in front of me in the garage. I said, don't hit my car now. She kind of laughed because she knew my car was kind of like forward now. And so you get into subtle things and might not say it, but I can see in her body language and things that she's doing that she never used to do before. And she has a smile. Last night she went to bed, she had a smile on her face. She said, oh, good night, you know, and that is, and so, oh, there's something going on over here. And so that is a real big win for me. It's, you know, I think, oh yeah, I don't watch politics on my TV. Been doing it for 5 years, have 5.5 years now. Kind of, it doesn't have the control over me like before. Oh, that's a big. But my relationship with my other half, being with her for 25 years, is a huge win. And the other day, like Thanksgiving, I bought roses for her. I didn't buy flowers for her for a long time. And of course, I guess when I put the rose, I got the roses and she put it in the vase. And she, you know, I think she kind of withheld in her emotion because it might be like a shock. She might see if she really showed. But I think her emotion eventually slipping over on the positive side. You know,
it's really interesting how one area of your life can completely affect another area of your life, and by improving a certain aspect, all other aspects of your life get improved as well.
And I've been in your program only about 5.5 weeks, but I really haven't started, you know, being accountable maybe a week after a couple of weeks. I can imagine being 3 weeks or 4 weeks gone this far. I don't think I don't want to have a big ego. I don't know how. I don't think there's any program that can do things that fast, you know. Not for me anyway, because you know, because my age, I have a lot of luggage. I went through a lot, you know, on the negative side. There were some good things in my life, but someone who, you know, not as young as you, I probably had 50 times more negative things that you have done. So the things that are, you know, for me to change, it would take a huge, fantastic person like you to change me, your course, accomplish this much so fast. You know, I don't feel like I don't feel like my body moving fast, or like I have to force myself to do things, to change things. It's kind of like coming natural. It's like sort of like, wow, this is like. But sometimes I get not frustrated, but sometimes I get impatient. Nothing is happening.
Mhm.
But life, my life is strange because some things work out in a mysterious way.
Mm.
It's something that clicks on your head. You know, like I heard you were talking to one of the persons that interviewing you, and he said the word reframing, and so it's sort of like when you sort of like listen to your lesson, maybe one or two words would click on your head. You know, it kind of like take that one thing kind of like sticks on your head, and it somehow that word, that one thing you said kind of click, and then you apply it, you implement it, you know, in your behavior, in your life, or in your attitude, and it sort of like change. So I don't know. I think you're a God gifted person. You know what I mean? And you know, your family was spiritual, religious person, and all that.
Mhm.
And so yeah, I was listening to you when you were young age. You traveled to the European countries or whatever. And yeah, so no, I think wow, you're gonna be real far ahead, 5 or 10 years. You know, I might not be here on this earth, but I thank the Lord that I met you very much.
Thank you, Sheldon. That means a lot. That means a lot. And looking into the future, what do you now see when you look forwards?
You know, it's like before in the past, say, yeah, I can do that. But now it's different. When I say I can do it, I can do it.
Mm.
What I mean, what I say I can do it, because I'm gonna be persistent. I'm gonna overcome. See, my childhood time, my self-esteem was really run down when I was going to school. I had low self-esteem. That's why I said I don't have the fear of failure, because I'm always just failing. If I had fear of failure, I wouldn't fail all the time. I know I would say like 90% of the time I fail
Mm.
going to school. 95% I fail. But it was a fear of success. Let me give you an example. The fear of success. Okay, failure. I went up, in front of the class, and 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 I gave a speech, in front of the class. I talked about sounds. I had so much gratification. I was so happy. I thought, wow, these kids are getting some recognition. That was just fine. Then was another thing that kind of upset me when I took a geography test, and my friend was helping me. That geography is more like a memory. You just got to remember the names, whether if it's a capital city or the location. Okay, I know taxes, I know all that. So it's a memory. So I got a hold of that. But then when I felt so proud of myself that I was getting one A plus, and then the teacher said, "Oh, because you were given the answers, so we have to bring it back to like a B." It was a hard blow for me, because I was so proud. I got one A. I mean, like all through my elementary school, never got an A, not even a B. I was a C. I was total. I was a total failure. So this is the reason why I carry on even to now. When I take instruction and trying to sit down still, I can't sit still. I have to do things with my hands, like I was a landscaper. I learned to do things with my hand physically. But to stay and sit still and listen to someone, like if I'm in class and listen to the teacher, which I was bored and I couldn't grasp anything she was saying. So it took me a whole lot to focus myself and to sit still and listen to you, your courses. And I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it or my thumb on it. Why you are different? Why made me sit still and listen and to every single word you were saying? That's all this day. Someday my dancer might come to me. I might tell you, but I don't know that. I just know that you are very easy to listen to, and I like the way you talk. Sometimes you talk really fast. You talk really fast. And so it's like, Hawaiian people in Hawaii, we kind of laid back. We talk slow and we talk
Yeah.
easy, and we don't have this, and, and so yeah, so a lot of people when they come to Hawaii say, "Hey, folks are laid back people. Hey, folks, I feel like you guys lazy. Feel like as we're not motivated and things like
Mhm.
that." So I think listening to you has gave me extra energy, extra bounce in it, getting me lively out listening to you. So yeah, so
If you
yeah,
were,
my future, I'm looking at it. Some of the things or courses that I really feel that I'll be able to accomplish. The reason why I think that I'm more, I learned because being on your Facebook, I'm learning to break out of my shell. I'm learning to express myself. I'm learning how to that I like to help people. I like to support people. I like to inspire people. And so for me to intermingle with other people, I feel it's more manageable. I feel I can express myself. When I talked to my mentor, what was his name? The one that on Facebook, can't think of his name because I'm so excited. But what is this? What is this? What is his name? The one on Facebook. He's my mentor,
I'm
and
not
I
sure,
can't.
baby.
And sorry, I'm gonna look, but sorry, I can't think of his name. But he's
That's
my
fine.
mentor, and then and Facebook. Anytime when I want help, I go to him for
Oh,
support.
you mean Adam David?
Yeah, Adam David. Okay, people who listen to me, if you ever come across Adam David, you found the best man that can help you. So, and I don't know. From the beginning, I was getting upset. I had to cool off. And then something, the very beginning, I think the lesson that I've learned when the very beginning, before I even started, I was learning to humble myself. I was learning to cool myself. I was learning to step back and listen, really listen to what's going on. I was like stopping myself from prejudging the way he is, the way you are, and because I think if I have a way to be easy on people, then people will be easy on me because I wanted them to help me. Now, if for people to help you, you have to be able to not get frustrated, by the way how you talk and this and that. Because when they get that, then they become defensive, and it'd be harder for them to help you.
Hmm.
And so I already when I even took God, I already learning something already. I learned something through to Adam that I need to really listen to what he said because he's there to help me, and I know and I believe in you that you are able to help me. For you folks to help me, I have to humble myself too. I have to learn how to respect you guys. You guys have feelings. You guys work hard where you guys is at, and you have the commitment in helping people. And so I have to do my part too.
Hmm.
I have to do my part by saying, hey, slow down, Sheldon. You need to listen what's going on. They are willing to help you, but you need to be able to listen to what they had to say too. And so I took it because I think I was taking stoic. It's like not blaming people for things if things go wrong,
Hmm. Yeah.
you know. And so it kind of like give me a little bit more patience with Adam and a little bit more patient with you. So that's why when you called me, I had the cheery in my voice already. I wasn't like, oh yeah, no, I'm ready, and I'm not unhappy. I just started, and I'm complaining and all this. So, but I don't know. my attitude has changed from the very beginning. I think before I even heard you, it was slowly my behavior was changing. I was learning to understand that not everything will be my way, and I have to adjust to that, I have to pull back and say, hey, wait a minute, give the other person a chance to explain themselves, You're not doing it
So for
on
context, for anybody listening, Adam David is a client success coach on time theory. And for a final question, Sheldon, what would you have to say to somebody who's in the situation you were in a couple months ago? What would you say to them?
Yeah. First of all, if I come across with somebody my age, I would say to them, to that particular person, it's never too late to change. It's never too late to become the person that you really want to be. And for anyone else, I would say to them, if I could do it, they could do it, which anybody can say that. But I said, take the course, take it step by step, listen to whatever you say, take down notes, be involved in Facebook, be involved with the community, and be accountable to whatever you say you're going to do. I promise you, your life will change. Can it help? Because that's exactly what I was doing. And I don't see how anybody can't do what I'm doing, like meditation. Yeah, meditate for 1 minute, 2 minutes, and let it grow from there. Journal, maybe you start a few lines or a few paragraphs and start it from there. The small little, like you said, the small little wins can get you to bigger wins. So that's what I said to someone else. But I'll bring this up. If you have the money, go for it, because I never didn't spend as much money until I came to this program. At one point, I wanted to make an excuse. I almost was pulled out from this program. I had a second payment, and I called Adam and said, I don't know, I can pay maybe next week. But there's something inside of me, I said, I who am I fooling? If I have the money, pay for it. Who am I fooling? Why am I lying to the person? Oh, I can't pay, it gotta be next week. And so when I made that payment, the last payment, there was a really relief, and I said to myself, I'm gonna get a lot more value out of this program, no matter how much it costs. And I felt the burden. I put aside the amount of money. I'm looking what I can gain from it. I can gain the values from this program 100 times, 10 times more than what I paid for. So if you can just put that thing away, once you pay it, get on with the program and just go for it 100%. I promise anyone who take this program, if I can do it, they can do it too. I can say they just have to take simple steps, slowly, one day at a time. That's how you climb down Mount Everest. People take one step at a time. You don't have to. This program, it won't make you feel overwhelmed. You will have steps to take that anyone can do. Take baby steps at first, and as the time go by, you take larger steps. Like the baby have to crawl first before they can walk. And before they can walk, before they can run, they have to walk. So that's what I'm doing now.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much, Sheldon. That was definitely insightful. And I, again, appreciate everything you're saying. We can end the recording there. That was incredible. It sounds like there's been such a dramatic shift.
I didn't know this Portuguese can talk so much. I'm half Hawaiian.
Got it.
Born and raised in Hawaii.
Got
my
it.
parents was full. My dad was full Hawaiian. I'm half Hawaiian. Yeah, I'm a proud Hawaiian.
Yeah, it must be incredible over there.
Oh yeah, weather is good. I wish the showers are colder. Yeah, but I wouldn't jump into that ice cold water in Alaska. That was so funny. You made that clip when you jumping. Oh, yeah, okay, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
cool, Sheldon.
having fun taking this course too. Very happy,
Good.
very happy.
Good. I'm curious, Sheldon. People like you. It's incredible when you join the program because you add so much to the community. Do you know anyone else, any of your friends or any of your colleagues that would benefit from the program?
I know one person who I go to for physical therapy
Hmm.
twice a week. I can bring it up to him. Send me the link, and then whatever I can do to. I'm looking at ways how I can get people coming into your program.
Mm.
I have that in mind. I don't know how yet, but I wanna see more people get involved with you.
It's
Because I want.
incredible. And as a thank you for anybody that you refer, I think we have it. So it's $250 for every referral that we get just to say thank you.
Okay.
But it's really been incredible speaking with you and having you on board.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Keep
Not a
doing
problem.
what you're doing.
Sorry?
Keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, I will do. Thank you. All right. We'll talk soon, Sheldon.
Okay, Andrew.
All right. Bye-bye.
God bless you. Bye bye.